So you started hitting the gym consistently. You found your stride and things seem to be looking up. Weeks and months pass by, but what you notice is that your physique unfortunately hasn't improved that much. What happened to your newbie gains? Is it because you've been training wrongly? Or is it because you have shitty genetics? Or maybe, is it because those fitness influencers are all lying to you and they all use steroids? Well, I'm not going to deny these possibilities, including the latter one. However, if you are a beginner, chances are you have overlooked the most important factor when it comes to building the aesthetic body, and that is your diet. You see, in the beginning of my fitness journey, I had been going to the gym consistently for at least 4 days a week. Plus, I was training freaking hard, right? I enjoyed the pain of lifting weights, and it was further fueled by the motivation to, get the body shape of those fitness influencers which I adored at the time, such Jeff Side, Matt Fitness, Mike Thurston, you name it, I followed them. Hell, I even told my friend that I was going to have Jeff Side's physique in a year's time. Naive of me, I know. You see, I tried to optimize every single aspect of my training. You see, I studied these fitness influencers' routines down to the very nitty-gritty details, such as mind-muscle connection, the amount of rest times, the exact machines they use. I experimented with a lot of optimal exercises that these fitness influencers would post on their feed. The problem was, around 6 months in, I looked in the mirror and I was like, wait, this can't just be it, right? I mean, I had put in a tremendous amount of work, and you see, I only had at best a moderate and minor improvement to my physique, right? In my mind, this was ridiculous and there was no way I was gonna get Jeff Side's physique in a year time. Still being clueless, I followed the same exact routine that I had continued doing for some time. I remember I had little regard to whatever I ate at the time, and as a typical teenager, whatever I ate was whatever my mom cooked for me. I then remember being signed up for a personal training package, and we had a little consultation with my personal trainer, and we talked about my fitness progress and in which direction I wanted to develop my physique into. I also explained my problem with the slow progress I was having, and then he asked a question. So, what do you eat every day? I replied, whatever my mom prepared for me. He had finally identified the problem, and it was only then that it dawned on me that the diet component was the key I was missing to unlock my physique's full potential. Ever heard of the 80% diet, 20% exercise rule? Well, this rule states that 80% of your result will come from what you eat in your diet, and 20% of your result come from what exercise and training you do. A lot of people use this rule for weight loss, but honestly speaking, this doesn't just apply solely for weight loss, right? It will apply to any sort of fitness goal that you want to achieve. Okay, now that I knew I wanted to tweak my diet, right? So what I did was I scoured the internet for, this fitness influencer diet and whatever diet they follow. I would take note of how many meals they ate a day, the timing between each meal, the exact measurement of food they took, and exactly what sort of food they ate, down to the very detail. Basically, any detail you could think of, I took note of it. I remember there was this one time that I searched Jeff Side's diet routine, and I was stunned speechless, to say the least. What the hell was this man doing, taking so many scoops of protein powder, mass gainer, and a bunch of other supplements every day? Not only that, but his diet also seemed extremely boring and bland. I can't remember whether I actually followed it or not, but what I thought at the time was, if I wanted to look like X, I had to eat like X. A really common mistake many beginners make. It wasn't until I did more research, especially on the scientific channel, that I did manage to find out that the exact diet for every person varies based on their individual needs, and it depends on many different factors. I think one of the most important principles that I learned was to calculate the amount of protein needed in your daily diet. I mean, back then I knew that protein was important, right? But I wasn't so sure about the amount of protein I needed. So basically what I thought was, okay, maybe I'll add an egg in my meal and that will do it, right? Wrong. The general rule for your daily protein intake should be 1 gram per pound of body weight, or 2.3 gram per kg of body weight. The next step would to be figure out how much protein was in the food I ate often and on a daily basis. What I did was to develop the habit of reading nutrition labels on the foods in the supermarket. I found it really helpful to gauge and estimate amount of protein in each food item based on their weight. The second most important thing that you should watch out in your diet is the amount of calories you consume. You see, according to the laws of thermodynamics, calories in and calories out do matter. Basically, if you eat 2,500 calories a day and you only burn 2,000 calories a day, you will be in a caloric surplus and you will gain weight. Vice versa, if you ate 2,000 calories a day and you burn 2,500 calories a day, you will be in a caloric deficit and you will lose weight. It sounds simple and all, right? Unfortunately, tracking calories can be quite the hassle and it takes a lot of hard work to actually get it right. I suggest adopting the habit of reading nutrition labels so you will develop the skill of estimating the calories in the food that you eat. If you want to estimate your calorie requirements, I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check out your calorie requirements. The third important thing that you should watch out for in your diet, in my opinion, would be the quality of food you eat. Yeah, you could technically eat 2,000 calories of gummy bear and you burn 2,500 calories a day, you'll still be losing weight, right? Well, yes, but you probably bring along a ton of other health problems together. In order to optimize the quality of food in your diet, fill the majority of your diet with clean, whole food rather than processed foods which contain artificial ingredients. I also like to use the 80-20 rule here, where the majority of my diet, the 80% is clean, whole foods, while the remaining 20% would be time where I could enjoy a treat here and there. Now, I could go on about more things that you should watch out in your diet, but I thought that it would be best not to overcomplicate this, especially if you're a beginner, and these three things would be the most important thing to keep in mind if you want to unlock the key to obtaining your physique potential. If you have yet to start tweaking your diet, you are leaving your gains on the table, like I did when I first started. Don't make this mistake, and I can promise you that you may experience astonishing results faster than you may have expected. To summarize, you have to take care of your diet. It's probably more important than your training. In order to take care of your diet, number one, start by calculating your daily protein needs. Then, number two, calculating your calorie needs and eat according to your goals. Number three, optimize the quality of food you eat. If you like the video, make sure to click the like button and smash the subscribe button if you want to watch more from a small self-improvement and fitness YouTuber. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.